So depending upon it, if you want to learn something, you can go here and you can learn whatever you want. You can go through same whatever we discussed, it will be there. So if you want to learn about security, whatever yesterday we discussed, right? Fields, records, role hierarchy, sharing rules, everything will be here. If you are stuck somewhere, if you have any doubts, you can go through it. At the end of it, they will ask you just small tasks to do, like create a roles or do something they will ask you to do. Thanks. So once you finish this entire this topic, they will ask you to create like this. From here you can go to your edition, developer edition, and you can create it, and they will test it whether it's correct or not. So it's just for learning. So all of you can try this Trailhead here. It's a Trailhead website. It's designed by Salesforce. People who want to learn Salesforce, they can come here and they can go through the trails and they can finish the trails. Once they finish the trails, you will get some badges or points something. But this is the best place to learn Salesforce. Everything, if you want to start with Apex, you can also select Apex. Developer, beginner, there are different levels. First beginner level, then intermediate level. If you want to know about CRM, you can select whatever topics you want. You can finish those modules. Okay. Now we go to any questions on yesterday? What is a process builder?
To build application process, and we can do more actions like tasks, alerts, creating records, writing.
Why we need to do any automation process?
Because in order to reduce the manual effort, if you need regarding any reviews or feedbacks about any product or anything.
Then what is workflow?
Workflow it's also similar to the process builder. We can also do the same thing in the work.
So then why they created process builder? Already workflow is there, right? So why they created a process builder? So I told you earlier we are only using workflows. So when I was started my Salesforce career, there is only workflow. There is no process builder. Okay. Now they introduced process builder from last 1 year. Did you open workflow? How this screen will look like or not? Just you only practice process builder.
So,
So what you practiced? Any of you did anything you want to discuss? Hello. So what process builder you created? For which scenario you created a process builder? Can you tell me? Any one of you? Hello. So now again we'll see more action. create save, select an object I want to create based on account. Contacts. Created. So what I want to do is whenever I'm creating an account record, so I want to create a child record. What is my child object? Child object here is contact. So whenever I'm creating an account record with some conditions like if account rating is equal to hot, after this account is created, I want to create a contact with same details, like whatever is the account name, it should go to the contact name, and I want to map some fields in contact. So we can do that kind of automation process with process builder. So first I selected an account object, then I'm adding a condition here. If account rating equals to hot, this is my condition, save. So every time it will evaluate. I want to do it only whenever I am creating a record, so I have to go for a formula. Same thing yesterday what we did. And is new, comma, is equal account rating hot. Select a function. So once this criteria is met, I want to create a record. Which record? Contact record. Contact. So here I can map. Here last name is mandatory. It should be equals to account name. Save. Now activate. To test this process builder, we need to go to account and we need to create an account record. So now I'm creating a new account record. Prospect, industry, communication, rating, hot, ownership, weight. Now I'm creating this. Now this process builder will execute. It will, after creating this account record, it will come to this process builder and it will first it will see. Why? Because this process builder is on account object. Then this criteria is evaluated. It will come here and it will check whether it's a new record and is pick list value is hot or not. Yes, it is hot. So that's why it is eligible for action. So now it will do this action. It will create a contact record. You can see this is my account, and if you go to contact, you can see this is my contact created. Right. See, this contact is not associating with account. Now how to make this contact associate with this account? Why? Because this is a child record, right? Contact is a child and my account is a parent object. So I want to associate this contact with this account. How to do that? Need to do some change here. If you see here, when creating an account, I need to select contact, I need to select an account. Then only it will associate with that account. Right. So I'm not doing that one here. So how to do that? Is my question is clear? Hello. If you see, if I'm selecting this one, if I refresh it, it's coming here. This is my parent record, this is my child record. So when creating itself, after creating an account, it should associate with this contact. So what changes I need to do here? So as of now, we are checking this criteria, and after this it's coming to here. Action is nothing but create a contact record. So we created a contact record, but in this contact record I need to associate this contact with particular account. Right now we are not doing it. So how to do that? Anyone of you have idea?
Can we add another field in the action?
Yeah,
There is an add row.
yeah, add row. It should be account ID. In contact, there is a field called account ID. Okay, here this is nothing but account ID. So in this account ID, we need to take a reference, give the account ID. That's it. It will, whatever new account record created, it will take that account ID and it will put into contact account ID. On contact, there is a field called account ID. If we assign account ID as a newly created account record dot ID, I told you relationship will take ID. So whenever we are creating a relationship between two objects, child object will always have parent record ID. Right? So that's what earlier we didn't done that. So that's why this contact is not associating with this account. So if we want anything, we can give any field values. Assistant, mailing address, language. Level, we can set it as primary. Level, primary. Territory. Save. Now activate. We can again go here and we can test it. New. Content. So now you can see for this account, it's associated with this. This contact is associated with this account. So only thing we need to do is just we need to add some reference field to this account ID in contact. When creating contact itself, we need to associate with this account. So that's the only thing we have to do. So any questions in Process Builder?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
If you create a reference, does it mean we are creating a relationship?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if you are creating a reference, like if you're adding a field of type reference, does it mean that we are creating a relationship?
I'm not clear with your question. Yeah, what you're asking?
Here we're adding account ID as reference.
Yeah.
Does it mean that we are we like creating a relationship, or is it the same account? Am I good?
Yeah. Can you come again?
Here you added a field of
No.
account ID as in the inside in that thing. Does it mean that we
in
are
my action. Yeah, in my action. Yeah.
yes, in your action? Does it mean we are creating a relationship?
No, relationship already existed, right? We are not creating any relationship. There is already a relationship between account and contact, right?
Account and
Account is
contact.
my parent and child. Contact is my child,
Child.
right?
Just drawing a field from the account
Yeah.
page into
Yeah. What we are doing is here we are creating a contact record. Just I am creating contact record. While creating contact record itself, I am associating with account. Are you getting here? I am
Yes, sir, I
associating it
understand.
with account.
Yes, sir.
Earlier, if you didn't give this reference, contact will be like, uh, it will be, it is not related with any account. It's like, it will be like an orphan, right? Contact is not associated with any account. It will be like an orphan.
Okay.
So that's why I don't want to do this. I want to create a contact record for a particular account. Whenever I'm creating an account with rating is equal to hot, right?
Yes, sir.
Then, and that too if it is a new record. Again, if I'm trying to edit this, it won't happen. If you see, now this record is already created. If I save it, see again it's not creating a contact record. Why? Because my criteria is here. My criteria is if it is new record and account rating is hot, okay, then only I'm asking to create a contact record. So, and that too, this contact should belong to this account. If we don't give any ID here, it will be like a orphan record. It won't be belongs to any accounts. It won't be related with any account record. So that's why I don't want to do that. So I want to create a child record for whatever account I created. So that's the reason why we are giving account ID here for this particular account ID field in contact. If you go to contact, there is a field called account name. Here it's a lookup. You can see here, right? Lookup account. So same thing we are doing here. For this lookup field, I am giving newly created account record ID.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is it like field dependency?
Dependency.
Like field dependency.
It's not field dependency. Like same thing. See, whenever you are creating a contact, if you are not associating with any account, it will be like orphan, right? It won't be related with any account record. So why we need orphan records? Actually, in Salesforce, if there is an account, then only we will be creating a contact, right?
Yeah,
Contact is, but it should be related to some account. Without relating it with an account, this contact doesn't make any sense for me.
okay. Got it.
It's not like dependency, just we are relating this contact record, whatever newly created contact record, to a particular account. You can see here in contact there is a field called account, which is a lookup to account. That means my contact is a child and parent is an account. It's a one-to-many relationship. One account will have many contacts. So when creating an account itself, I'm creating a contact record through automate process. At first time, whenever I'm creating an account, I'm creating one contact record. Even after that, if I edit also, it won't create contact record. Why? Because I've written my criteria like that. It should be a new record and its account rating should be hot. Then only it will create a contact record. In all other scenarios, it won't create any contact record. Did you understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Any doubts in process builder? Otherwise, we'll go to workflows. Okay. So same thing, workflow is used to automate my business processes, so it's such that automate email alerts, task, field update, outbound message. So with workflows, these are the actions I can do. Suppose whenever I'm creating a record or editing a record, I can set some rule criteria. Once the rule criteria is satisfied, then we can do any one of these any actions. Either we can do an email alert, or we can create a task, we can create a field update, or can do a outbound message. So in workflow, there will be 3 steps. 3 steps. Everywhere, it's first we need to select an object. Select an object. After selecting an object, first will be my evaluation criteria. So when to evaluate this workflow, whether to evaluate this workflow or not. In workflow evaluation criteria, we have 3 options. One will be when record is created, and second option will be and every time it's edited. Third option anyways. Yeah, these are all the 3 options which is available in evaluation criteria. Like your workflow will go to the next level. Like there is a next step called rule criteria, right? This is my first level of first conditions here. Evaluation criteria is my first condition. Once this satisfies evaluation criteria, then it will go to rule criteria. So in evaluation criteria, we have a conditions called when a record is created. So that means if I select an object here like account opportunity, whenever I do something after doing any DML action, like after creating a record or editing a record, this workflow will fire. After this workflow is fired, first it will check whether it's a record created action or edited action. Depending upon that, if I selected my option as a record is created, so it will go to the next step only when I'm creating a new record. If I created a newly record, it will come here and it will check, yes, this is initiated because of record creation. So it will go to the next level, rule criteria. Rule criteria is nothing but here we will be adding some conditions, whatever we did. And if this conditions is satisfied, then it will do perform actions. Actions are nothing but all these actions. So when this action will take place, it should satisfy this evaluation criteria and rule criteria. Then only your actions will be taking place. So in evaluation criteria itself, we have three options. When it is a record created, it's straightforward. If I'm creating a record, every time this workflow will be evaluated and it will check this rule criteria. If this rule criteria is satisfied, then it will do some actions. This is the first option, it's straightforward. And next option is when a record is created and every time it's edited. Whenever I'm creating a record or editing a record, this workflow will evaluate. This workflow will fire and it will check this option. If I'm creating a record, it will come here. I can select only one option. Either I have to go for created option, created and edited option, or created this option. If I selected this option, every time it will come here, created while creating a record and while editing a record. It will check this condition. If this condition satisfies, every time it will do email alert. And next option is whenever a record is created or edited to meet subsequent criteria. So I created a record. It doesn't met with this criteria. Okay. Again, I'm editing that same record. If I'm editing that record to meet these conditions, then only action will take place. Simple example is, so I have a rule called if amount greater than 1000K. This is my rule criteria. If amount is greater than 1000K, then only do some action. I have an action called email alert. Okay, this is my action. This is on opportunity object example. This is an opportunity object. On opportunity object, I have a workflow. My option is whenever a record is created or edited to meet subsequent criteria, and the criteria is if amount is greater than 1000K, do an email alert. So this workflow is there. Now first time I'm creating a new record called OPP1 with a value 900K. So will this action will take place or not? These are my record values. Hello, this is my workflow. It's on opportunity. I'm creating opportunity record and I selected option called when a record is created or edited to meet subsequent criteria.
No, it doesn't.
Right? Why? Because I'm creating a new record. Yes, this evaluation criteria is correct. It will come here and it will check whether the amount is greater than 100,000K or not. It's only 900K. So it won't execute. If after I'm editing it to 1001K, again this workflow will fire because we edited a record and we already have a workflow on this object and our option is created or edited. So again it will check this rule criteria. Yes, amount is greater than 1000K and I also edited this record. Now alert will take place. Okay, again if I'm editing to 2000K, so what will happen is now alert won't take place. Why? Because this record is already completed the workflow. That means action is already completed. And why? Because if I'm changing this value to meet this criteria, then only workflow will fire, action will take place. So in first option, if you are selecting for this is for first option, let me explain for each and every option. So if I selected a creation option, this is when a record is created, then this workflow will fire only whenever I'm creating a record. While creating only it will check. If I'm creating an opportunity OPP with value 100K, it will check whether it's greater than 1000K or not. No, it's not greater than 1000K. So it won't do any email alert. Even if I edit also, even if I edit to 5000K, it won't evaluate. Why? Because we selected an option called only on record creation. It will only evaluate on record creation. So if you select created and edited, if we select created and edited, every time it will check. While creating the same record, it will check whether it is 1000K or not. First I created a value to 100 with 100K. Again I edited with 500K. Again this workflow will fire and it will check this rule criteria. No, it's not correct. So again it will check 1001K. Yes. Now action will take place. So again I am editing. Again I am editing to 5000K. Again action will take place. So if it is a created and edited, every time if you are changing this value to this particular criteria, it will automatically do this action, whatever actions we have written on this workflow. If it is a third option, if it is third option, to meet criteria, then what will happen is it will perform only first time. It will do action only first time. That means here only action will take place. Here only action will take place. Why? Because initially I created with 900K. Then I am editing to meet criteria here. So after this criteria is successfully evaluated, again I am changing it, but I am not making it to evaluate to meet criteria. Why? Because this record is already met my rule criteria. Right. Again after editing, it's already met, so again I am editing to 2000K or 3000K. It doesn't matter. Action won't be taking place. Here the only basic difference between these two options is here alert will take place every time. So it will come to rule criteria every time, even if I am not editing that particular field. If I am not editing this amount field also, this it will come here and it will check rule criteria. Whereas in this condition, if I am only making any changes to this particular amount field, then only it will check this rule criteria. Are you getting my point? Hello? Are you getting my point?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Can you explain the first one, creation?
Creation means every time it will come here. Whenever I'm creating a new record, okay, it will check this rule criteria, whether its amount is greater. While creation only it will check, that's it. It won't check for next. When if I'm editing, it won't consider that as a workflow. Why? Because my evaluation criteria is only on creation. If I'm creating a new record, then only workflow will evaluate. If I'm editing, it won't consider that scenario. Why? Because I didn't written any automated process on editing the record. If I show you here, let me show you. So here you can see first is workflow evaluation criteria created and every time it's edited, created and any time it's edited to meet subsequent criteria. So If it is created means this is a description. The workflow rule will evaluated only at the point of record creation. So if I'm creating a new record, then only it will go to the next level. Next level is my first we need to select an object. So these are the evaluation criteria. First is to meet subsequent criteria. Every time, if whenever I'm creating a patient record, if it's created, then it will go and check this rule criteria, whatever rule we create. Whenever I'm creating a patient record or editing a patient record criteria, if it's created and anytime to meet this criteria, nothing but area or not, it will depend on this value. If I change any, otherwise if I just changed OPP to, why? Because I didn't edit any field related to this, edited only opportunity name. So class criteria, it will keep a track which are there in my rule, whether I'm changing those or not. If I leave it, this workflow we have this option. In process builder we can only do every time a record is created and edited, it will go to the criteria and it will just check it. Depending upon that, action will take place. Here what we can do is we can add one more filter. We can check it whether we are editing a record to meet criteria or not.
After criteria is satisfied, I mean,
Yeah.
if you change the record, what will happen then in the
Uh,
third step?
action will take place, right? You need to say,
Once the action
yeah, once the action is performed. Yeah, it's
performed,
all
and
depend.
again if you are trying to edit that, and
Yeah,
if the rule is satisfied,
yeah. First you need to think of which option you are selecting. In evaluation criteria, which option you selected,
I'm
whether it's
talking about the third one when the record
okay.
is created.
Yeah,
The
you
action has
edited a
already
record.
taken
Yeah,
place.
you edited a record. Again, if you are editing this amount field, then obviously action will take place. Hello. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's already 1000K, right? Again, if you edited it to 2000K, again
yeah,
action will take place.
okay.
Okay. And in workflows or in process builder, we have two
Sir,
types of actions. Yeah. One will
sir,
be,
sir, you said if the action satisfied in the previous step, and again if the action gets satisfied, the it doesn't take place, the event doesn't take place. Like
It,
once it crosses 1000k, again if you
yeah,
are changing to, hello sir,
yeah.
once you set the value to once it crosses the 1000k, and again
Hmm.
even if you're changing to 2000k, that the action doesn't take place because already.
No, no. Again, it will take place. Action will
So
take place. Why?
so
Because
the
you we
evaluation.
are editing. Because we are editing amount field, right? If you edited amount field, again action will take place.
Okay. Okay,
If I made
even
it,
if
yeah, if you made it to 900k, then it won't take place.
okay, even if the evaluation criteria is C part and the record
Yeah,
is criteria already, okay sir.
to meet subsequent criteria. Why? Because I'm making this change in amount field only. Then only it will come here and it will check here. So obviously both are same. Only thing is if it is every time, then set we cannot make this workflow as time dependent workflow. There are two types of workflows, either in process builder or in workflow. We have two types of actions. One is immediate actions and time dependent actions. Okay, time dependent actions is nothing but right now we are doing immediately, right? Actions are of two types.
In the second option, you told like created and every time edited. Once you create the object and if you are editing the record, the action will take place. But in the same thing is happening in the third one also, right?
In the third one also, and every time this rule won't be evaluated. I mean to say every time it's edited, it will check for this rule criteria, whether its amount is 1000k or not. In this scenario, what will happen is when a record is created or edited to meet subsequent criteria, this platform will automatically take care of it, whether I am changing amount or any other fields. In opportunity, there are so many fields, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many fields. Status is there, type is there, prospect is there, something stage is there. If I am doing any changes in those fields, this rule won't be evaluated. If I am doing any change in amount field, then only it will evaluate. Rule criteria will be evaluated. So why? Because I am editing this record to meet this criteria. So in this rule criteria, whatever fields are there, if I am doing any modification on that field, then this rule criteria will be evaluated, and depending upon that, action will take place. Okay, in actions there are two types of actions, immediate and time dependent. So immediate means action will take place immediately. Time dependent means I can set some time limit, like after 2 days, after 3 days. Instead of doing an email alert instantly, I can set some time limit. Do it after 3 days. Do it after 5 days. So if you selected this option, whenever a record is created and every time it's edited, we cannot do time dependent actions. If you can see here, it will say you cannot add time dependent workflow actions with this option. Why? Because once the record is edited, it will be there in queue, like it will be there for processing, saying that if I created action like send an email alert after 3 days. Again, before 3 days only, if I'm editing a record, again it will go into queue. So it's not possible. The user may get multiple unwanted emails, unwanted alerts. So to avoid that, they are not providing time dependent workflow actions on this option. Even if it is created or if it's created and edited, I can do time dependent actions. If this is the option, I cannot do time dependent workflow action. So can all of you create a workflow for me? Just now it will take I think 10 minutes. Just create a workflow with this criteria. If amount is greater than 1000k, and my option should be whenever a record is created or edited to meet subsequent criteria, it should do you can take any one of this, either do an email alert or create a field update or create a task, any one of this. This in 10 minutes you should finish this. Take an opportunity object, in opportunity object, if amount is greater than 1000k, if amount is greater than 1000k, you can use anything like yeah, do this field update like delivery installation status as completed. Okay, just finish it. I'll be here only. I'm giving you 10 minutes time. Hello. Uh, did anybody complete it? Hello.
I did this, but
Hmm.
the field was not updated.
Why? Can you share your screen?
Yeah,
Did
sure.
you activated the workflow? Did you activated it?
Uh, no, I think not.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
After
this?
creating it, we need to activate it.
Okay. Yeah, it works.
Hmm. Yeah. So uh, check it if you are updating any field. Other than that, whether this it's updating or not. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I made you presenter.
Okay. Yeah, do you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. I created this.
Hmm. So no, don't edit amount. Yeah,
Okay.
do it. Okay, do it. So just now try to change this.
Uh, Sorry.
Now just try to change this delivery installation status.
Okay.
Edit this delivery installation status to your save it. No, don't edit any amount.
Okay. It works because it is greater than 1000K.
Yeah. So which option you selected? Created and every time it's edited, or
Yeah, created and every time it's edited.
okay. Uh, can you go to the workflow which you created?
Yeah.
Select set third option. Edit.
Yeah.
Mm,
The status was not changed
why?
because already it met the criteria once.
Okay, now if you try to change the amount,
Okay. To less than 1000K.
no, greater than 1000K. It should be greater than 1000K, right?
No, still.
Can you go to the workflow once? Yeah. Evaluate the rule when record is created and it to make subsequent packaging. Just try to create a new record, new opportunity record.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So right, can you go to your workflow? Right, just go to the workflow.
Okay.
So now this role is evaluated, and still this action didn't take place. Why? Because my
It
amount is
doesn't
less
met
than.
the criteria. Yeah.
Yeah. Now go to the opportunity and try to change it.
So still it is less than.
Hmm.
Yeah, now it's changed.
Now it is changed, right?
Yeah.
Now if you again make this delivery installation status as in progress, just make it as in progress.
Okay.
It's still in progress. Why? Because we didn't edit this option. If you change anything in
the rule criteria. Rule criteria is greater than 1000.
No need to edit.
Okay, okay. It's already in the editing.
Try to change them on field. Again, action is taking place. So
Because we didn't change this installation status.
this is the first time when it is meeting that criteria, only action will take place. So that's why we cannot add time dependent work. Cancel, just cancel it. If you go to an action here, right, just deactivate this first. Scroll down, you can add workflow options.
Add another work action.
Down below. There is a time trigger, add time trigger. Right? Is example that will be a that will take place in another immediate verb action in time dependent field update. This will take place instead of this, remove this, we can add an email alert, remove it, remove this. Opportunity alert can be like this. And select any template. Here is the alert recipients, that means who are the end users, owner or role and subordinates, everybody who created this record, to that user only you are sending this. And scenario like when you are working for any organization, either you will be using a role or public groups, because in our developer edition we can only create two users. You can send it to your CEO or your alert. Or you can also specify some extra email address, file email address. Just scroll down. Instead of 2 days, make alert.
What if it is before,
No, before we cannot control it, right? Before will only when you will be creating the record, when it will satisfy. Before will work. Yeah, 2 hours. Like suppose it's closing on 2 days before it. With created date and the system don't know. Before See, that's what I asked you to learn all these functions. Everywhere it's useful. Functions will be there throughout our administration. Workflow.
right? But in process builder, we can't edit
Need to learn the existing process and create a new process. That's the only difference.
that means we are clearing
One major difference is there. One major in workflow, for this leave. Then they can take leave. In the same way, I can claim my expenses. So approve, somebody can approve a record or reject a record. It's approved. Or it cannot claim this much expenses. Validity, like is it a valid record or not? Is it record? Some higher officials my super approve my leave. If he's a manager, for manager, his superior, depending upon hierarchy, it will be going to that particular on that object, it will go for an approval process for reject a record. Then, depending upon his approval, alert, field update, you can create a task and you can do an outbound message. it for approval. Depending upon his whether he approves a record or reject a record, action will take place. Oh. Any questions?
No.
No. So you should start working on this application, create some workflow rules. Today I'll give work on process builder and on workflow. Just try to complete it by tomorrow and just read about approval process if you get time. Go through approval process.
Can you share the recordings? I mean, we didn't get the recordings from the past 4-5 days, I think.
Yeah, I think you will get it. Srinivas told me he's uploading it. You will get it, I think. Yeah. If you have any doubt, just go through the trailhead. That is the best place. There's the best place to clear your doubts, or you can reach me.
Okay.
And today, Shravya, hello. Shravya is there and Supraja is there. Hello. Yeah. You postponed it to 25th again. Yesterday it was on 24th, right? We're supposed to meet on 24th. Okay, no issues. So we'll be meeting tomorrow then. Shravya, okay, tomorrow morning 6:30 and Supraja 11:30. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. Bye. Nobody have any doubts, right? You want to discuss anything? If you want, anybody want to discuss anything, they can stay. I'll be staying back if you want. Others can leave if you don't have any doubts. They can leave. Yeah, if anybody is having doubt, just you can ask me. I can make you presenter and we can clear it out. You can clear it out.
Sir, I think I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Mm, it is in the recruitment app kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm making you presenter. Can I make you presenter?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I think. Mm, okay. Oh, I got. Yeah, they said me that I can use this for the phone during the mobile, this recruitment app.
Hmm.
So should I log in and just check it out if it's do the same thing?
Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Uh, I think okay. I think I'm. Oh, it's loading, sir. For me, it's loading. That is fine.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's fine. Yeah.
I think whatever we create, it's ready for mobile also. Like
Mobile
whenever,
also.
yeah,
So can I just log in and then go and
yeah, you can check that.
yes. Yes, sir, I got one doubt. Sorry, I'm
Mm,
sorry.
mm,
I forgot. Sir, here for the workflow for the workflows,
mm,
when I went create workflows, uh, here previously I went for the this rule, and then
mm,
I created one for email and one for field updation, but
mm.
then I have a doubt in the field updation. Like I think I have a doubt. What should I then go next? Yes, sir. Field update. Mm, 1 minute, sir. Immediate. Yeah, edit. Then add workflow action. Here, if I go for new task, what does this mean, sir? I didn't understand what does it mean.
Task. Yeah.
New task. New
Yeah.
task.
We can create a task for any user, saying that just follow up this opportunity or create a order for this opportunity. So others won't know, right, whether to what to do. Once you finish your work, you'll be creating a task to another user.
Okay.
Suppose that my manager handled this opportunity, right? My manager can create a task for me, saying that create an order for it and send it to me or something like that.
Okay. Create. What did you say, sir? If manager handle the task to create
Yeah,
what?
if my manager is handling that opportunity, okay, my manager somehow closed that opportunity. That means we got that opportunity. So then we can create a new task saying that please follow up this opportunity or please create an order for this opportunity. Task is nothing but we are creating an action item for any user. So
Okay.
this is the work you are supposed to do or handle this. It's like an action item.
Okay. Yes,
So instead of talking it manually or sending him manually, we can automate it. Whenever some process is finished, we can just create a task for that particular group or particular
okay. Particular group or particular. Okay, sir. That's
user. In if it is going for that group, in group there will be so many users.
yes, sir.
Okay. In that, whoever is free, they can pick that task and they can start working on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it, sir. Perfect.
that is task.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anyone? Do anyone has any other doubts? 12. Sanjeev, right?
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. Do you have any doubts?
yeah. You said
Anything
that you will give
discussed?
assignment. Based on the
Yeah.
assignment, I will get. I mean, I may get doubts when I do assignment
Okay, okay. You,
because I was not clear with the process. I mean, if I do an assignment, I may get through it.
okay. What is not clear? Nothing is clear?
I mean, it's fine, but if I do assignment, I will get more clear idea.
Okay. Did you start the recruitment app
Yeah,
or
I
not?
started.
Okay. How much you completed?
Um, I create all the objects, and now I was at the securing and sharing data.
Hmm. Any questions on that? Sharing and security?
I haven't started that. I just. I mean, I was at that topic, that chapter 7.
Okay. Please try to finish it by like within 2 days. Like why? Because we'll be finishing administration, then we'll be going to development.
Yeah, sure.
Probably by tomorrow we'll start developing.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. Anything from 8? Anushri, I think.
No doubts, sir. I'll go through the assignment today, and if I have any doubts, I will contact you.
Okay. 4. Who is 4? think one is Gayatri, right?
No.
Hello? Are
Hi.
you Gayatri? Yeah, are you Gayatri, right? Any doubts from you?
No, I'm not clear with that workflows, but by the assignment I can come to you if I have a doubt.
Okay, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll give you an assignment. Please try to complete it then.
And post the recordings also.
Sure.
And whatever you are doing, like the workflows or process thing, you are doing on the standard objects, right?
You can create it for custom objects also. We can do it on any object. So once you select an object, it will come right automatically. There will be a list of objects. You can select whatever object you want. It's not like that we can only do it on standard object. On any object we can do it. So you can, okay, I'll give it on patient only, on patient, consultation and lab. I'll give on those records only today's assignment.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Anything? How is
Sir, I
training? Is
have
it
one
good or
small doubt.
bad? Are you getting
Sir,
something or
sir,
not with this training? Hello?
sir.
Yeah, it is good so far.
Okay. Do you need any changes here, like whether it's a fast or very slow?
It's not slow.
It's slow. Okay, you want it fast, right?
No, it's not slow.
It's actually fast. Sometimes we are stuck. We'll be
See,
in a
see,
very
I'm
stuck.
going very slowly. If you start with any other sessions, they will quickly wrap it up this entire administration in 1 week. They won't spend this much time. So within 1 week they will finish this administration. We stretched it until almost 2 weeks. So I think it's very slow. I'm going very slow. Yeah. You asking something?
Sir, me? Sir, is it me?
Yeah.
I have a doubt, sir. Yeah, for the, let me share my screen. Sir, what does this outbound message mean, sir? Similarly, like
Outbound. Yeah. I told you, right? Companies will have so many applications. Like they won't use only Salesforce alone for backend process, for some other process. They can have their other external applications they can use, like Oracle or SAP or anything, any application they can use it. Right. So to maintain the same data across all the organizations, they might require some records from Salesforce into their application. So in that scenario, instead of writing some custom code, we can use this standard functionality called outbound messaging. Whenever I'm creating an opportunity record or updating an opportunity record, this same record details we can send it to that external application, whether it's in Oracle or SAP. I can send it this data to that database. Whatever records we are creating in Salesforce, it will go to that external application through outbound messaging.
yes, sir. I'm clear, sir.
And that's what this outbound messaging will do. So this will happen only with workflow or approvals. With workflow or approvals only we can do it. With other, like process builder, we cannot do anything. We cannot send the data outside of Salesforce. If you want to send any record to external application, then we have to go with workflows or approvals.
Sir, thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, then see
Uh,
you tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. You asking something?
I have a doubt. What are the cons of this Salesforce? Are
On
there any like disadvantages or?
disadvantages. Disadvantages only thing is everything, there is a limit. In development you will be learning. So there are some limits, like you can only do these many DML operations, you can only execute these many queries, and
Okay.
there are some limits when we are going with development. Why? Because it's a multi-tenant architecture. There are some limitations. Within that limitations only, we need to write code. We need to do everything.
Okay.
Hmm. And one more thing, most all of them will say is data. Data, because data will be there with Salesforce, right? Some people will hesitate to take Salesforce. That's the only con. So
What do you
because
mean by data?
data, database, whatever database we are,
Okay.
uh, whatever data we are storing in our database, right? It's not resided in my location, right? It's there somewhere.
Okay.
Salesforce, some people will hesitate to go to Salesforce because they may, because data is more important for any organization. So that's why they will hesitate to come into Salesforce. But nowadays everybody is moving into Salesforce because they have the tight security agreements, everything they will provide you. You can take your data backup like monthly, weekly, depending upon your requirement.
Okay.
Only thing is restrictions, governor limits will be there.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody is pending. It will be 24th in USA. Okay then. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
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 Yeah. Do you want to do this?